We're edging closer and closer to the merge. As we do, the three tribes are getting smaller and smaller. Less room to maneuver and less room to make a mistake. All the while, the shadow of the beware advantage looms large as we wait for it to be activated. Who's getting to the merge and what ammunition are they bringing with them? Let's have a look at the top 5 moments of the 4th episode of Survivor 42.
Top 5, top 5, baby! Top 5, baby!
We're still reeling from the Jenny vote last week, and so is the Vati tribe. Daniel should have been fine after tribal council. He voted with Hai and Lydia. They should have put Mike and Chanel on the outs. Sadly, Daniel handled the return from tribal just as bad as the actual tribal council. This shouldn't be a surprise considering this is just moments after tribal council. Daniel should have taken Hai and Lydia aside first before talking about it as a group. That way Daniel can solidify an alliance with Hai and Lydia, reassure them and make it clear it's them three against Chanel and Mike. Instead, he fumbles. He gets called out by Chanel and loses all trust with Mike. He's also defending himself in an erratic and chaotic way. Daniel is not presenting himself as a reliable ally to Hai and Lydia. Later on, Mike and Hai bond over their frustration over Daniel. It looks like the new majority will consist of Hai, Lydia and Mike. This pushes Chanel and Daniel on the outs, with Daniel as the most likely next target. Things are looking bad for Daniel. His best option right now is to play dead and make his threat level as low as possible. Only it might already be too late for that.
It can turn on a dime, which is what I'm hoping it does again, because right now I'm in a world of hurt and I need a dime to turn.
Last week we literally got nothing from Ika, but this week that's a different story. Ika was kind of a mess, with a lot of people trying to play both sides. You have Drea, who is in an alliance with Romeo and Roxroy. At the same time, Drea is trying to use her extra vote to forge an alliance with Tori and Swati. Especially Swati is keen to target Drea together with Tori. Swati is looking at Roxroy to be the third cog to form a new majority alliance against Drea and Romeo. For Roxroy, this is perfect. He's in the middle, so he can dictate the direction Ika takes as a tribe moving forward. However, Roxroy's parental meddling is starting to pop up and annoy his tribe mates. Pre-season, I was worried Roxroy was going to be the dad of the tribe. He seemingly started fine, but as a stay-at-home dad, it's difficult to shake those habits, especially towards Swati, who is the youngest on Ika. He clearly has a bond with Swati, and as Swati tries to play both sides, Roxroy has to make a choice. I'm starting to believe that Roxroy is not made for the strategy part of this game. Roxroy will make a decision with his heart as a dad over his brain as a gamer.
I just, and my head just wants to just, why?
After 4 episodes, the Beware idols are still not activated. The third Beware advantage, the one at Ika, is not even found yet by Tori. This automatically spoiled the vote yet again this episode. Tori could have never gone home if she still has to find the Beware idol. It was okay that this happened in the first episode. Most people didn't even notice, but in episode 4? Come on Survivor, you can do better. The vote is the best part of every episode. To spoil it yourself is not doing this season any favors. That being said, the threat of the Beware idols does loom large over these 3 tribes. What will Ika do when Tori finds the advantage? Will they weaponize it and keep Tori? Or will it make Tori all the more threatening? Mike at Vati seems to be in a new majority, so he should make the merge. As for Marianne, that depends on whether or not Taku will have to go to tribal again. But with Beast Mode Jonathan in her tribe, I'm confident Marianne will make merge as well. There's one, maybe two tribal councils left before the merge. Both Marianne and Mike are eagerly waiting to see when Tori says those magic words about potatoes. If she does, the deck at all three tribes and at merge will be reshuffled for sure.
So disappointed because I don't have a vote because none of y'all want to go and look for an idol. Do better, y'all.
Yet again, Jonathan is the hero for Taku. This time he didn't carry his tribe, but he literally pulled his tribe to victory. Not only is he a powerhouse, but he also has a strong alliance at Taku. Taku strong and the other tribes now know this. Jonathan will be a big target come merge, but he's aware of this. Jonathan tries to present himself as a shield, hoping people will keep him around long enough to go on a challenge run. Challenge beast aside, Jonathan mentioning how tight Taku is might be a bigger problem. This could push Vati and Ika to each other at merge, pushing Taku on the outs. It's too early to make that conclusion, especially with all these advantages floating around. It would serve Taku to throw each other under the bus a bit. If they present themselves as Taku strong at merge, it might be Taku gone really fast.
We have such a solid four, Jeff, that I feel comfortable working with these guys so much that these challenges are not easy, but I mean, we've been winning and it's so encouraging, man. I'm stoked.
In a close puzzle, Ika loses and for the second time has to make a trip to tribal council. At first the situation at Ika seems clear. It's Roxroy, Drea and Romeo. Swati is the fourth at the bottom, which leaves Tori as a target, and she knows it. There's little to no trust in Tori, except for Swati, who pitches to join forces and pull in Roxroy as a third. Tori tells Roxroy about Drea's extra vote, hoping it would sway Roxroy. The problem is that Roxroy doesn't trust Tori. Instead, Roxroy goes to Drea and tells her what Tori told him. Tori feels that Roxroy isn't biting, so Tori wouldn't be Tori if she didn't throw Swati under the bus at the first opportunity she gets. She tells Romeo that it was Swati who pitched to take out Drea. From there, things snowball from bad to worse for Swati. She's exposed as playing both sides. Drea, Roxroy and Romeo are confronted with the dilemma: who do they trust the least? At Tribal, it seemed like a done deal. Tori also has still not found her beware advantage, so she can't go home yet, meaning lights out for Swati. Swati knows what's up and plays her shot in the dark. For the third time in a row, Swati is not safe and is voted out of the tribe. For Swati, the big mistake here is Tori is the one that approaches Roxroy first. If it was Swati that approached Roxroy, things might have gone different. Roxroy and Swati have a father-daughter bond, which might have convinced Roxroy to flip, because Roxroy was the only one that didn't vote Swati. A strange move for Roxroy, because that might put Roxroy in a precarious situation at Ika. Swati was doing fine with a good social game, earning the trust of her tribe. Just like Zack, Swati makes the mistake of trusting Tori. This makes Swati the second indirect casualty of Tori. Good on Tori, she is at the bottom too, and has to do what she needs to survive. Surely a life lesson for Swati.
Swati, the tribe has spoken.
For the third time we got a straightforward vote that gave little to no doubt of who is voted out. Partially because of the show itself, but also because these players are not playing the blindside card. Hopefully the season picks up a bit of steam as we get closer to the merge and these advantages get activated. Let me know what you think, drop a like if you like, and I'll see you next time.